Hi guys, and welcome back to Kylora Farm. It's the road to 100 million. This is episode 44, and we're going to start off here in October. Not with that, but with this. We're going to start by fertilizing. I've left the tractor on overnight. How terrible of me. But, oh, still no field preview detected. Come on, man. Detect my field. Oh, my goodness. What a frustrating beginning. But I'm very excited. Today, hopefully today, this episode should be the biggest amount of money that we've ever taken. So we're going to go all the way through to January today, and I am going to try and get as much money as possible. Now we've got a few other tasks. We need to do our sunflower harvest one more time. Let's see if this works. No, it does not. Whatever. We need to do our sunflower harvest. We need to do our soybean harvest, and we need to sell as many things as possible and hopefully repay our loan as well. So let me just check. Turn off crop sensor. We want the crop sensor on. Automatic. Deactivate. No, so that means it's activated. That's fine. Alright, and all we have to do is turn the crop sensor on with B. So let's turn this bad boy on and let's get this field nice and fertilized. See how it randomly drops out in and out? That's good. It means that we're putting this to work. So hopefully I'll get this fertilized. Now this is the second layer of fertilizer, so hopefully it's a much lower rate than the first application, but as you guys can see on the right hand side, it's barely going down, the solid fertilizer. But I feel like I need to do this because the nitrogen value was a bit off in some places, so it's probably worth doing a second application anyway. And obviously this is our barley, so this is going to be for the chickens, and we do need this to have quite a high yield because this is our only source of food for those chickens. So I was looking around on the precision farming screen. Actually, let me see if I can show you guys. I just want to make sure that my fertilizer is on the road here. It's right on the edge. Yeah, that's fine. I'll show you guys as we turn around here. I'll pause the game. But yeah, I was making sure that we can try and get 100% yield for this field because that's the only source of food for the chickens. So it's not really about money. It's more about making sure that the chickens. I guess it is about money. Everything we do in this game is about money, right? Excuse me, as my mic just fell down here. Everything we do in this game is about money. But yeah, this is obviously food, chicken food. So the other fields don't need to be fertilized. They've all got the two vegetable fields are going to have carrots and parsnips. They have oilseed radish in, and that big field that's going to have corn that has oilseed radish in as well. I want to keep them covered until February so that we get the subsidy for them and we can make a nice sustainable farm. But that's not what we're doing this episode. That's next episode. Today it's all about making as much money as possible and repaying our loan and getting the last of the sunflowers and the soybeans harvested. Now, it's been interesting because I wasn't sure what the sunflower sort of taking would be into the oil mill. As you guys can see, it's already got 4,000 litres. It's still got 4,000 litres, I should say. And we have lots of sunflowers to sell as well. Where are they? I'm conscious that I'm getting too close. 12,000 litres of sunflowers to sell as well. So we've got a lot of sunflowers, and I think I was saving them because I wasn't sure what the mill would take. I think we need to make a decision. Are we going to keep the sunflowers to sell, or are we going to maybe invest in a bigger oil mill and go from there? So this looks like we're nearly at the end. I know I haven't quite done this right, but this should be a pretty decent yield increase. I want to see it get to 90%. I know it won't go higher because we need the slurry or the manure on the field before we seed it. So I'm fairly certain that's how you get a higher yield, is by doing that. So that says no values detected. So we're done now. So I don't want to over fertilize this. Yeah, which we have a little bit. We have over fertilized it. That's annoying. But as you guys can see, this has small weeds. So I will get this machine. We'll put this away. We'll put the fertilizer away. I love that you can barely see any. There is some in there. I just have to zoom in nice and close. But from a distance, it doesn't show up, which is a bit strange. But we will get the hoe working whilst we move over to the combine harvester, because the combine is where the money is at these days. Also, I probably need to get rid of some eggs. And by get rid of, I mean put them to the side there because we're waiting for November to sell them all. So they will also be sold this episode, next month. Alright, let me put this away. I'm very terrible at driving this back where it needs to be. But that'll do. Then let's pick up the hoe and we will get this guy to, if we can, we'll get this guy to do the AI worker for this field, but I don't know if that's even possible. Let's see. So you guys already saw that it doesn't work for the fertilizer. Does it work for this? It doesn't work for this either. So I'm going to have to do this manually. So we'll come back to that. I've got our machine set up and ready to go here because we are going to do some soybean harvesting. Now this is awesome. This is probably going to be the money maker. Do we have any soybeans? We don't have any soybeans because we sold them all in June. So these guys are hopefully going to be a very profitable field. And I'm actually considering maybe making another soybean field in the future because they are a very profitable crop. So we'll see how we go. We've got, I don't know what that is, 53.8%. I don't know. We've got a 90% expected yield for most of this field, which is pretty awesome, to be honest. Yep, pretty awesome. So this is going to be nice and handy. Now I'm going to cut to a quick time lapse because it's going to take ages otherwise, and I'll probably do this at a little bit of a faster speed than normal, but I am very much looking forward to getting some soybean money. Let's put this on automatic. Probably just one lap of the headland, to be honest. Is one enough? I feel like one's enough. That's enough lines. Alright. No field course detected. I mean, there is a field course. Game. There you go. Okay, let's get this started. Actually, I might do the first. It always has a bit of a bug against this wall over here, so I might do the first one together. 89% yield, that's awesome. 53.8. I don't know what that is. Is that referring to the yield per hectare? I'm not sure. Oh, I'm destroying some soybeans there and I really don't want to. Alright, let's see if we can turn this around in one go. Looks like we can. Brilliant. And we're going to get a bunch of soybeans from this. Oh, there's a bit of weather damage there. That's annoying. Well, at least it's not. It was there last time, wasn't it? So maybe they fixed the weather damage because previously it was just sort of on the left over there. On the right-hand side now. Underneath where it, you know, sort of all the month stuff is being displayed. But, oh, looks like I won't be able to get all of the soybeans, which is not the end of the world. It just means that we'll be a little bit lacking, but that's fine. Anyway, we are going to cut to a time lapse now, and I will see you guys on the other end. Alrighty guys, we have completed our harvests. Fantastic. First thing we need to do is actually get some canola in here because this silo is now full. For the first time ever, this silo is full. So very excited, but we are going to be selling the canola next month, so we may as well get that done now. So we'll fill this bad boy up with pretty much 100%. It'll be 20,000 litres near abouts. And actually, while I'm here, let me just check on the chicken coop. They've only got 2,000. Oh no, hang on. They've got 3,000 litres of grain, so they could probably do with a little bit more to fill that up. What have we got in the silo? The oats need to be sold, and we've got 6,000 litres of wheat. So we could probably top up with the sorghum. So I'll go and do that as well. But that can be next episode. Or next month, sorry. I keep saying next episode. That can be next month. Right, where is the best price for canola? That's the important thing. It is in November. I'm just going there early. It will probably be at the... Oh, I'm not actually sure. All right, so we'll just leave this because the prices are going to fluctuate. So that's fine. We'll leave this here. Let me get back to this guy. And let's put the rest of the sunflowers in now that we've freed up 20,000 litres, which is awesome. And we can move on to the next little bit. So we've done the harvests. Now we need to sell the eggs. And what is that? That's going very slowly. There you go. I just wasn't in the right place. We need to sell the eggs, the canola, the oats, and all of the wood in November as well. I'm pretty sure, actually, is the best price for wood in November? Where are we? Wood beams. It is at its worst. Okay, we might be selling that in March along with the sunflowers. We're not doing that now. I didn't realize that header was barging into the canola trailer. Okay, let's get this sorted. Now, I do also want to continue planting oilseed radish on the two fields that we currently got harvested, so the soybean one and the sunflower one. So first thing I'm going to do is get them cultivated. So the Challenger tractor is actually working on that right now, on getting all those cultivated. But we're going to head down to the yard. I'm going to get in the John Deere with the front loader, and we're going to start stacking all of the products that we need. Now, I'm fairly certain all the oil is going to be sold today. I just need to check the price of sunflower oil as I try and navigate this narrow, windy, bumpy road. Where are we? Sunflower oil. Sunflower oil is best priced in March, so we're probably going to leave that. But we do have a lot of canola oil, which is... Where's C? Canola oil, that's the best price in November, and we've got a bunch. We probably have one pallet and another little bit there ready to go. Oh, outgoing products, canola oil. We've got lots. Sorry, that was the wrong one. That's just the actual canola. So 2 pallets of canola oil, plus the one that I think is already spawned, so potentially 3. What else can we sell in November? Now, the goat milk, I think that's best priced in January. It is, so we will wait on that one. We don't need to sell it just yet, although 4,000 litres, $4,000, sorry. Is 4,000 Erin Grat, but we're not going there. That should be fine. Goat milk, yeah, all best price. Oh no! I knew that was happening. I had a feeling in my head that I'd driven too far. But the best price is going to be in January, so we'll do that along with all the lettuce and stuff. We'll skip through the month because I'm not going to spend too much time in November or December. There's nothing to really do. Once I get all of the fields seeded with the oilseed stuff, I'll be able to skip forwards pretty quickly. Oh, I forgot I need the tractor. The John Deere's up there. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's, you know what, I'll come back with a full load of trailer and we're going to sell everything in November and then we'll sell it again in January. So that should be pretty fun. Catch you guys in a moment. Okay guys, so it is November and we're now getting ready to sell some stuff. So what do we have? Well, firstly we've got our canola. Let's check the best price. It is currently at the grain mill. Is it at the grain mill? Yes, it's at the grain mill. So that's where we will be heading. And it's time to finally get this sold. Now, I've had a lot of questions in my head about whether we should sell this canola, whether we should keep the sunflowers instead and use them for the oil meal production. But I think it's probably best to do the canola because it's time to move it on. And we've also got our eggs to sell at the farmers market. Although we should go to Erin Grat, but we're gonna go to the farmers market. Simply because, going back to that previous point, simply because the sunflower oil is a little bit more expensive than canola oil. And to be honest, it's just easier to harvest sunflowers. I find it easier. I don't really know why. And the canola, yeah, is very I don't know. I just like using the different header for the sunflowers. I feel like we're actually putting our combine to good use. So that's the plan. That's what we're going to do. Now we are heading over to the farmer's market, and we are hopefully going to make the most money that we've ever made before. After this, I'm going to go and load up all the eggs, and I am thinking about getting a couple of mods for the series. So I've stayed away from them for the main part, but I am thinking of getting the auto loader. So the auto loader just means that we'll be able to stack pallets a little bit easier, because I'll be honest, I'm sick to death of trying to stack the pallets with the tractor. I'm really bad at it. Let me just check some contracts here while I'm driving. I always do this. I always sort of think about a few other things on the go. But yeah, we're going to get an auto loader, and I'm probably going to get a cold storage, like a refrigerated storage, because it makes absolutely zero sense to be holding the lettuce and the eggs outside. I know that in the game there's no punishment for doing that. It's just weird to me. It's just weird to leave them outside. It clogs up the farm. I feel like there's no space. So to solve that, we are going to hopefully give the silo area, the current silo area, a bit of a bit of a makeover. That's the word. I don't know how I got them too confused. And then, yeah, we should be able to get a much nicer working area and hopefully a cold storage as well. So here we go. Let's sell this thing. That is all 20,000 sold. Oh, beautiful. $27,000 in income. That is great. That's a lot of cash. It's a lot of cash that we've been sitting on. And if that field gets us, 27, 30K, if we increase our environmental score, that's a good yield. That's a good amount of product to be investing in. So I'm pretty stoked with that, to be honest. And we've got big plans for what we're going to do with this money. So this is going to be the most amount that we've ever made in one episode. And let me just get this AI worker to set over to the chickens. I'm going to go and set up a bit of a contract. And here we go. We cut straight to it. Okay, we're going to go get the last of these eggs. I'm going to get them all stored and on board, and we will then manage to sell them. I always struggle with this one in the corner. My front left tractor wheel, I dropped it. My front left tractor wheel is too close to the chicken coop fence, so it's really, really hard to actually get in here and sell this and actually stack it on the pallet. But that's okay. We've managed to do it today. Put the lights on. We'll take that pallet. I know it's not full, but we may as well. It's going to get us a lot of cash. If we sell it now, more so in November than any other month. So why wait? That's what I'm asking. Oh my god. Do any of you guys struggle with getting these pallets on, or is it just me? This is one of the reasons that I want the autoloader mod, because it's absolutely atrocious, the things I do to my pallets, and I'm not too happy with them. Let's just I've given up. Let's get this one set of eggs on the trailer. Now, if you guys were looking for a neatly stacked trailer, it's not this. Look away. We don't know how to do that over here at Kylora Farm. We can only stack things as disgustingly as possible and as precariously as possible, because we don't have time for that. And I'm just terrible at it. But we'll get the last of these eggs on board, and let's get them over, get them sold, and see if we can afford one big project before January. Now, this is sort of the medium investment right now, like the medium return, because yes, it's November. You know, we just sowed the canola. We're going to sell these eggs as well, and the wooden beams afterwards. I'll come back for them. But the real money is in January, so I'll skip to January in a little bit as well, and hopefully we'll be able to reinvest a bit of that cash back into the farm before we then get going for the rest of the year. So let me just check the wood beams. There's 4 pallets. Well, there's that pallet and then 3 more pallets to go. So we've got a lot riding on us. But yeah, just under 15,000 liters of eggs, 3,000 liters of oil. Let's get these all sold and ready to move. The canola oil best price is December, but it's pretty close now. We may as well do it now. We want to make sure that we capitalize, and it's all going to the farmer's market. So let's start our terrible journey through the forest. I want to buy this field and stop trespassing on whoever's field it is, just so that we have a faster route to get through, because I'm sick of leaving tire tracks and tractor markers all the way through. Oh, this is risky. I have not done a very good job at steering in here, but actually we have. We've done all right. So one of the things I'm looking forward to doing in this episode is seeing how the subsidies work, because all the fields are covered with oilseed radish. So I'm looking forward to getting the subsidy for them and making sure that that's all ready to go. But that is a lot of wool. Did anyone see that wool that we just went past? That is a truckload of wool. I wonder what we're going to do with it. Hint, it involves all the money that we're about to make. But yeah, okay, let's get this all the way over. If you guys have been enjoying the series, please leave a comment, leave a like, let me know what's good, what's bad, what would you change about it. This is one of the first episodes I'm doing in sort of a post-commentary style. I usually try and do it while I'm live and playing, but I find that sometimes I can't always sort of concentrate and multitask, especially if it's something in the game that's new to me. I like to take my time. So yeah, let me know whether you guys want to see this or whether you want to see sort of a bit more live commentary, or maybe I can do both, like parts of this video were live, parts of this weren't, so whatever works best really. But let's get these guys sold. How much money are we going to make? Not bad, $50,000 just about. And AI worker Jay has completed their task as well. You guys better know that I'm putting my workers to well, work in the background, I guess. No other way to put that, but we have got a truckload of money. Now let's check in on the greenhouses. Now these ones are the next to go. I've actually had to start making some strawberries in them because we've just run out of space with the lettuce, which is kind of why I'm thinking about getting the refrigeration storage. I just think it's time to probably be able to store more of them, and then we can get it through. But oh yeah, one more thing we need to do as well is repay all this money. So we have $50,000 left in our bank account, and we'll probably repay the rest of it a little bit later down the track, just so we can have a nice round number to work with. But let's cut to the next bit. I will see you guys in just a moment. Alright, here it is, the next bit. We are going to be finishing off with November, and I'm going to make one final payment as I try and reverse this cultivator in. And we'll drop it off. So a couple of things I want to change is I want to change how the farm looks. So enjoy this quick little time lapse of me trying to figure out how best to add some lights to the farm. It's very, very dark at night time. So I play around with this a little bit, and it's not something that we've really done. So yeah, enjoy this quick little time lapse, and I will be right back. Okay, so that's all ready to go. And yeah, just a few lights on the farm to decorate it. We haven't actually done any decoration in a while, but look at this big haul of crap. 44,000 litres of lettuce, 3,000 litres of bottled goat milk, a bunch of strawberries, and some goat cheese as well. It is the best time. January is the best time to sell all the goat products too. So this is it. This is the most money that we've ever made in one episode. And let's see how much we can get here. All in one go. Is it going to be one transaction? Oh, it will be. That is awesome. 104,000 with a 9,000 for my environmental score. We're up to a total of 169,000, I think that is, which is just fantastic. We're ready to go. It's actually up. Well, I've done a couple of contracts. It's up to 171,000. But this is the very last thing that we need to sell, which is our wooden beams. Hopefully they can hold on until I I make it to the selling point over here. I have a feeling this one's going to go. Brilliant. This one's going to go. That's all right. We'll just leave it there. We'll go and get this one sold and then come back. But I have a little plan to reinvest this money. So, well, it's tough because I'm always sold. I'm always split. Sorry, not sold. I'm always split between 2 or 3 things to do with the money. Do I invest it back into a project that's already working, that, you know, probably is where we got the money from in the first place? Do I open up another avenue of revenue for the farm? I'm not always sure what the best action is, but in this case, I'm pretty certain that this is the right thing to do. So, we've got the sheep. We've got the sheep, and we make round about 10,000 litres of wool every month. It's close to that. I haven't quite managed to get an exact amount because it's going to fill up pretty quickly. But 10,000 a month, that's a lot of wool. What are we going to do with it? Now, I could wait and sell it all. The best price for wool is April. But then, it begs the question, what am I going to do for 12 months of the year with that wool just piling up? I don't have anywhere to store it as we try and get rid of the wooden beams to make some money here. Now we're on 177, and when this sells, we should get 5k. Yep, brilliant. We're on $182,000, which is awesome. But yeah, I was thinking, what do we do with this wool? This has got to be the answer. We've got to find a production or a pathway or something to do with this wool, because otherwise we're going to struggle. So here it is. It's loaded up. Now, bear in mind, this is about 7 months of literage. Now, they have been young as well, so they don't produce at the same rate as when they get past their puberty period. But we are going to move over to our new purchase, because I am going to be purchasing the spinnery in this episode, and I hope you guys understand why. We've got 25,000 litres of wool. Now, the spinnery only holds, I think, 45 or 50, I'm not sure. So we are going to be able to keep that thing producing fabric for us at an alarming rate. So the best price, the best time of the month, the best time of the year, sorry, for fabric is April. And it sells for about $9,000 per 1,000 litres, because Farming Simulator sells it in litres, of course, even though it's weird to measure fabric in litres. I'll never get over it. And yeah, I'm very much looking forward to getting that produced. So we'll go through the details in a sec. Now, I just wanted to show you how painful this journey was, because there is a tiny little wool stack underneath the front. I don't know if you guys can see it. The front left wheel. As I turn the corner here, it should be a little bit more evident. Oh, the back right. It's gone back now. It was on the front wheels at the start. Now it's at the back, and I can't get it because the trailer's in the way. There we go. There it is. All right. Let me stop and pick it up. But yeah, look, this will hopefully open up a fantastic opportunity to get lots and lots of cash. Now, the spinnery holds, I think, probably about 10 or 12,000 litres of fabric in one go. And it can hold a whole lot more in storage. That's just the pallets that spawn at once. So it can hold a whole lot more than that in storage. If we can turn all of this wool as it comes through into fabric, on top of all our other productions, we've already got, this is 12 months of wool actually, sorry I was wrong, 12 months of wool. But it does produce at an alarming rate going forwards, because obviously as the sheep are past their puberty period and they'll start producing more and more, I'm very much looking forward to getting it up and running. So we are going to duck in here as I alarmingly quickly step out of the tractor. We're going to go and get this purchased. This is where the fabric spawns, but we're not at that stage yet. First we have to purchase this thing, and it costs exactly 180,000. So this is now ours. This is our newest operation. We go to owned. We've got the spinnery. 3 wool produce 1 fabric, which means we need to make sure that it has a half, and yeah, 45. Sorry, it's in thirds. 45,000 liters of wool is going to help us produce a heck of a lot of money and a heck of a lot of fabric, which will turn into a heck of a lot of money. So the good news is we have 3 months this year to get this working. Obviously, it's January. Oh, I've just realised I've gone past the. Let me just jump in here. There we go. We'll probably reverse and get that other one done as well. Brilliant. So April's obviously not far away. Hopefully we have, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 pallets of fabric to go, however much it costs or however much it can make in that time. It'd also be nice to have a little bit more storage. So this area is probably where the tractors and all the machines can stay, you know, the ones that can sort of stay out. But as you guys can see, we've got, yeah, that's awesome. We've got under 25,000 litres of wool in this thing. And it's going to start producing us fabric at a pretty good rate. So, yeah, the next step, I suppose, is to get cotton. But it's so expensive. The cotton harvesting machine costs like $600,000 or something. It's too much. It is a crazy amount of money that I'm not willing to spend right now. Nor do I have. So yeah, that's our new production. I'm very excited. And hopefully we'll be able to produce a lot of money for us in a short period of time, and it should be enough to rival the greenhouse in terms of revenue. So hopefully we're stretching close to $500,000 in revenue. I'm not sure, but here's another little. This is February, so we've skipped forwards, and like I say, in that one little period of time, it's produced about 10 to 12,000 liters of wool. I had a little bit left over as well, so we've got a bright, woolly, fabricy future ahead of us. And there's the first pallet of fabric spawn there. It's so colourful. It's so awesome. Oh, there's 2. Oh no, there's 1. Just 1. I thought it was 1. 400 kilograms of fabric ready to roll, which is very awesome. But Anyway, that is going to just about wrap up this episode. I can't wait to sell that thing for $9,000 in April. It's going to be awesome. But hope you guys have enjoyed. Let me know in your farms how you've gone with the sheep and with the spinneries if you guys have got it. The next thing I probably want to get is the tailor shop to turn the fabrics into clothes for the real money. But I just don't quite think we're there yet. We need to probably have another year or so on the farm, just getting some revenue in, because it's going to be quite an expensive procedure to get that all done and dusted. So that's where my head is at right now. But thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more, and I will catch you guys in the next episode. Bye for now.